years, I have driven up and down the street there, Jefferson Street, looking for where God was calling me. I have always known that it would be Jefferson Street. I just didn't know where. And it was right there under that great big bridge, only an exit down from LP Stadium where the Titans play football and where Nashville, Music City, the creme de la creme of country music sings. We are right there serving the poor. And I believe that the heart of God is right there with us under the Jefferson Street Bridge.
Reach out, help a brother in need. Stand together as a family and give love.
First and foremost, the Bridge Ministry serves the homeless under the bridge and the food insecure. A lot of working poor people who have children who have dwellings but actually can't connect the dots from the dwelling to actually feeding their children. We serve people who live in cars and live along the river, the Cumberland, here in Nashville. So we serve the homeless and the poor every Tuesday night. The trucks roll in at 5:30. All the volunteers meet up under the bridge and we begin to unload the trucks. We unload 15,000 pounds of food and grocery items every Tuesday night to be distributed to the poor. We do a concert/worship service, and the mobile kitchens are opened up and hundreds of people go through lines and they get a hot meal. After the sermon, the music and the sermon message, then we give an invitation.
Reach out, help a brother in need.
I give people a place to serve, people who love Jesus Christ, who love the poor and want to get involved, just don't know where to start, like me.
Stand up, be the light in the dark. With open hands and open hearts, give love. Don't you know that deep inside we are all the same? Just wanna be accepted, wanna know we have a place. It's time to lay the things down that kept us apart. We can see this world change. We can be the stars.
We started the Bridge Ministry in 2004, and I was going through a very tough time in my life. I was suffering from depression and decided not to take medication. And I ran into a friend of mine who was laying tile in a house that was being built that I went to see, and he told me about homeless people that lived under the bridge in Nashville, and saw that I was going through a really tough time, asked me would I like to go and serve homeless people. And I said, I think I would. Originally, I started out with only a handful of guys and a pot of jambalaya, and most of those guys didn't even know my name. They just called me Jambalaya, and I would go down every Tuesday night and just serve the chronically homeless people, like what you would see on a stereotypical television show, a homeless guy pushing a buggy. And that's what we started out with, just a handful of those guys. And I found out that I could help people in a tangible way. I began to help people with real needs. My needs were inward, I think, more about have I had enough success in my life, and those type of things. I began to serve people and meet people who had real needs, like I'm sleeping outdoors, and if it rains tonight, I'm going to sleep wet. Or if someone doesn't help me because I'm food insecure, then I'll be eating out of a dumpster today. Those are real problems. So I got excited about serving people in a tangible way with real needs. The first time I went to the bridge, I found grateful people that were really thankful for whatever you could do. And I came back the next week, and I found myself getting happy, just really happy. I found that I wasn't depressed anymore. I thought I was going down to help homeless people, but actually the homeless people helped me a lot more than I could ever help them, because I literally gave my way out of depression by serving others. Another arm of the Bridge Ministry is that there are schools close by in proximity who serve homeless and underprivileged children in Nashville. And every Friday we have volunteers who go and fill their backpacks with food, enough to sustain them until they get back to school on Monday morning. Nashville has 2,049 homeless children who are registered in our public school system here in Davidson County, Nashville. So homelessness and food insecurity is a huge problem here in Nashville, Tennessee. A long time ago, we had to decide and define what we were and what sets us apart from other feeding programs. There are lots of great organizations that serve the poor and the homeless, and I'm very grateful and thankful for them. But the thing that sets us apart is that we preach Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ came to this earth in Luke chapter 4, and he said this, "I am anointed to preach the gospel to the poor." And I believe that many people, good Christian people, fly over a mission field to get to a mission field. They fly over the United States to go out of the country to serve the poor. Thank God for that. But there are people in the United States of America that need Jesus Christ. And here is a very important component. The poor come to us because they know they have a need. They're hungry and they're poor. They come to us knowing they have a need. I know they have a greater need than what they realized. They need Jesus. Everybody in this world is born with an inner need. Most of us try to fill it with drugs, alcohol, money, sex, whatever it is. Try to fill it with something else. And Jesus Christ has given a clarion call, "Come unto me, all ye who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." And I know that people need Jesus.
I think for me, the common misconception in America is that hunger looks like the man sitting on the street corner with his sign. But the truth is, hunger does not have a face. It doesn't care if you're 8 years old. It doesn't care if you're 80. It doesn't care if you're black or white or whatever race or creed you are. It will affect you at any time, at any age, at any place. As a matter of fact, when I was a child, hunger looked like me. I went from home to home to home because my family was underemployed, and we lived with anyone who was nice enough to take us in and feed us. And at the bridge, we hear these stories day in and day out. As a matter of fact, at Christmas last year, we got a call from a mother. She had 3 children. She was single. She was walking to work every day. Her youngest child had cancer, and she was faced with the decision: do I pay my child's medical bills? Do I feed them? Do I buy them Christmas gifts? They don't have coats for the winter. These are all the decisions that this single mother had to face. And these are real life, everyday, unfair decisions, but decisions nonetheless. And at the bridge, we take away those hard decisions, at least for that week and the following week and maybe the next week. We want to give hope week after week that we can tell that mother, you don't have to worry about the clothes that your kids need for this winter, because we will provide that. You don't have to worry about Christmas gifts, because through the Bridge to Christmas, we will supply those gifts for not only your children, but also for the mother. We will put food on your table so that that night and that holiday season, that mother can lay down and have a little peace of mind that someone out there cares. And you say, I don't really know people like that. The reality is, she might be sitting on your church pew this Sunday, a single mom who has dressed her children in the best that they have, combed their hair and pressed their clothes, and she goes home to a house that has no food in it. She can't feed her children that evening. There is always a person in need. The question is, are we seeing them? And what we do here is we take the person that says, I need help, but I don't know where to find it. And we take the person over here that says, I have the means, I have a blessed life, but I don't know who to help. And we bridge that gap and we bring the two worlds together so that everyone can have the peace of mind that someone cares and that I have helped someone. We have paid it forward. I know that the bridge does not appeal to the masses, but if you are like me and there has been a time in your life where someone has had to reach out a hand and help you and get you through the hard phases, the hard season of your life, then this is your opportunity to stand and partner with us. We are not naive to believe that we can fix everything and that we can help everybody. But we hope that you will grasp the vision of the Bridge Ministry and that you will stand and say, I refuse to do nothing.